Hello everyone, my name is Kevin Mabry, CEO of Century Systems and the author of The Number One Risk to Small Businesses. Today I wanted to talk to you about risk assessments. If you're a small business or a midsize, you're in IT for midsize, or even the owner or runner of an actual small to mid-sized business, and you have valuable data. One of the things you have to think about what is an asset. An asset is anything that you may use that would be beneficial to your business, that you cannot function without your business. And one of the problems with that is, do you really know where all of your assets are? A lot of companies, I do a lot with assessments and things of that nature. So one of the things I see a lot of companies, they just think of IT as all of their assessments. Or they may say, well, my employees are my biggest my assets. But the problem with that is your asset is anything that you cannot do without to run your business. So if you can do without, you think about it, a computer falls apart, a computer, breaks down or something like that, you just get another one and replace it. And unfortunately, if an employee leaves, that doesn't shut down your business. That starts, you just get another employee, you hire someone else and you move on. But the thing is, you have to think about it this way. Where does your assets? Your assets is truly your data. And the thing is, where is that data held? Sometimes it's in the cloud and you don't even know it. Your employees may be putting things on the web and you don't even know about it. So that's what a risk assessment is for. So you can find out exactly where all of your data is. And if you have to deal with anything with any kind of compliance, that's one of the things that's why they tell you that you have to have a risk assessment, because you got to know where everything is. Is it here? Is it on a computer? Is it on a phone? Is it sitting on someone's desk? Can someone see it? Is it being stolen out of your office, your practice, or any of those things? And you have to know where that is. So to know that, then you can build actually what they call as an impact versus likelihood of what is your number one risk of what's going on. Your risk is anything that could shut your business down. If you lost contact or any kind of the data that I'm talking about, if you lost the ability to be able to get to that data, to use that data as attended, that your business needs, then that could shut your business down. An employee leaving may not shut your business down, but you lost access to all your data could shut your business down. And that is critical. That is critical data. That's critical. That is your true asset. And you have to know what's going on with that asset, where it is, who's using it, how it's being used, what direction, is it going in or out, where it's being stored. And because then you can actually come up with an actual plan to actually protect that data. If you don't know where it is or what it's doing, how can you protect it? And that's one of the big things. You have to think of it that way. If you don't know where your critical data is, how can you protect it? And so the number one thing that you have to do is get a true risk assessment. Now that's not, I know, some of the guys in IT or girls in IT, that whatever IT may want to run a scan or something like that, but that's not necessarily the only thing you do. Because if somebody knows that you're running a scan, they can stop doing the practice that they're doing. But if you truly get in there and talk to the people, this is what we do. We get in there and talk to them and actually do true interviews and do scenarios where we actually figure out what's going on, how your data is being stored, used, transmitted, and all those things. So that is why we do that. It's not just about scanning the devices, because, a lot of times it comes up with something, there's a port open, but how useful is that data to know that the port is open? It's useful to IT, but not necessarily to everyone else, because that's not going to stop your practice manager, your office manager from, doing stuff on the web. That's not going to stop them from doing that, or going to a coffee shop and connecting to a public Wi-Fi. So those are some of the things that you have to think about, and you have to understand that you can't slack on a risk assessment. It's your number one security. It's the first step to true security. You have to know where all your critical data is. And that is why I'm emphasizing this. And I'll have more videos about, other topics and things of that nature. I'm going to talk about there's 5 levels to security, 5 of them. You have assessment is the first one. You have to assess, protect, detect, respond, recover. And Gartner actually put out an actual report saying that 90% of all of the efforts for businesses, especially in small to mid-sized businesses, are put on protection. They don't even do the assessment. They don't do the detection. If you can't detect, you can't respond. So these are the things I want to talk about. So this is the first one I'm going to talk about. And I just want to bring that and talk to you about the risk assessment. So, all right. So remember, my name is Kevin Mabry, the CEO of Century System and the author of the #1 Risk to Small Businesses. Thank you.